Bandai Card Games, a new card game. Heroes come back. Naruto Card Game. Naruto Card Game is a strategic trading card game. Experience the world of Naruto through exciting card battles featuring characters from all Naruto titles. Card design. The Naruto card game features a wide variety of cards with unique artwork. See your favorite characters illustrated by various artists, as well as card designs that recall memorable moments from the story. Includes illustrations from the original manga art. Card types. Naruto card game features these 5 types of cards to battle with. Leader card. The core card that your deck is built around. Character card. Chosen based on your leader's color. Character cards form your front line in battle. Some character cards are powerful cards called EX characters, which can be played once you reach certain play conditions. Chakra card. Cards required to activate support cards like ninjutsu. Summon card. Cards required to play character cards onto the battlefield. How to play Naruto card game. Battle with a deck of 51 cards, 5 chakra cards, and 1 summon card. Brew a deck full of strong ninja that share the same color as your leader. Conditions for win. Win by reducing your opponent's leader's life to 0. Attack the leader with your characters. Master the art of jutsu. Strategically play the characters concealed in your support area with chakra and cut in with special abilities like ninjutsu. Activate the effects of face-down character cards in response to your opponent's moves. Turn the tide of battle using various jutsu. Each character has unique effects. Master the art of jutsu and use them strategically to claim victory. Naruto card game tutorial sessions are coming to major events around the world and scheduled to launch worldwide in summer 2027. Keep checking the official website till next summer.
No. Wait, what's I muted? Yo, now I got 2 mics. What the? Real tech, red tech, red tech. Okay, I got 3 mics. Yeah, I was muted. But we gonna have to go back. I wasn't even paying attention. Dude, I'm so loud. No, technical difficulties. But it don't seem bad.
Bandai Card Games.
It don't seem bad. Like, Boruto in the game. Boruto. Can't have no. You can't have a true Naruto game anymore, man. You can't have a true Naruto game anymore. You gotta add Boruto. Boruto. The card, I'm not gonna lie, the character cards, they look fire. Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto. So they have pink, so it is a color system. Green, blue, pink. Green, blue, and pink. And then they have character tags. Special Hidden Leaf Village. Okay. The chakra card, I wonder what the summon card is. They have a leader, normal characters, Chakra might be jutsus. Yeah, Chakra. Summon card is interesting though. Some of the EX characters.
Powerful cards called Ninja that share the same color.
The artwork is fire. I'll give you that. The artwork is fire. Let's see.
And scheduled to launch.
Summer 2027? Dude, we got to have to wait a whole another year for this bit to come out, but I'm not trying to. And for the final part of the reveal, here's the first complete look. It was like so nasty. That looks fire. In Naruto card game, there are 5 types that you can take to battle with you: the summon card, character card, leader card, and chakra card. I won't be doing content on this. Is like, you know, card games, you got to keep it close to home, so I probably won't be doing any content on this. Just something cool to check out for the time being. All right, next video. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. I don't know if I restarted the stream, but DSpring 5, we're going to be streaming on Twitch more often. So DSpring 5, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. All right. We got a Makai saying video. Bring it a little bit of Xenoverse 3 in here. So Makai saying the Xenoverse 3. Let me make sure y'all can see. Yo. What's that? The Xenoverse 3 PvP versus PvE argument is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and see what Makai got to say, man.
I've seen a conversation happening pertaining to PvE versus PvP when it comes to anime games, specifically Xenoverse. With Xenoverse 3 coming,
we're going to watch this video and then we're going to get to the DLC. I'm probably not going. If that video not here, I'm skipping it.
Alex Sexworld has been doing a lot of streams, videos. He even got a chance to play Xenoverse 3 thanks to going to DreamCon. His comments have gotten the community riled, and his latest comments pertains to PvE versus PvP. He believes that PvP represents Xenoverse. However, the community doesn't agree with him. In this video, we're going to answer the peering question of whether or not Xenoverse and by association anime games are represented by as PvP or PvE. I will demonstrate why this is and isn't the case, or PvE.
Anime games? They say only anime games?
I will demonstrate why this is and isn't the case, and we will have a concrete answer. If you guys like videos, is PvP or not Xenoverse and by association anime games are represented by as PvP or PvE.
Bro, this argument
against somebody and you're trying to beat them at something in an objective, or if you're fighting them in a fighting game, let's say you're doing a 1v1 in a shooting game, or you're playing them in a match in a basketball game.
How are we talking about Xenoverse 3 and you playing Final Fantasy?
That is all PvP. PvP games can be both online and offline. It doesn't matter as long as you're playing against another person. PvE is player versus everyone or environment. You're playing what the game offers, whether you're doing story mode, you're doing offline content. But oftentimes when we say PvE, it's because it has an online component and you're choosing to not play against other players.
Bro, what y'all don't understand, it's not about the players. It's about the company. The company does not make more money off of PvP than PvP. They make way more money off of PvP or PvE. Customizations, parallel quests, all of that goes into PvE. Raid boss events and stuff like that. All of that goes into PvP or PvE. I don't know why I keep saying that. PvP is a necessary evil as well. You can't have... Nobody wants to play a boring game. I think nobody wants to play a boring game, bro.
In the anime gaming community are kind of using these phrases, and I think it's a little bit confusing, but that's the simplest way to view them. PvP does not represent an anime game. Games like Xenoverse is purchased by casuals, people who are fans of the series. These folks do not care about just playing PvP. Oftentimes, they will interact only with PvE. We know this simply by looking at total player count.
Bro, My attention span might be cooked, bro, but come on, Makai. He be talking too slow.
The current player counts of a game often reflect how many people are on at a given time, and the totality or how many people are all on at the same time. Sparking Zero had over 122k people playing at the same time, but as of today, they have averaged around 1,000 people playing the Steam version. And if that's reflective of the console versions, there's probably a couple thousand more people playing the games, but the numbers dwindle because when interest levels go down.
This may be the last ad you ever see.
Sorry, bro. Come on, bro. I got premium.
Less and less people are playing these games.
Tried that 1 month free trial. I gave up with that, man.
The truth of the matter is, games are survived thanks to the casual base. The more casuals you can keep around and interact with the other systems like people.
I think unless you're a fighting game, like i.e. Street Fighter, i.e. like something like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, one of those types of fighting games, those fighting games thrive off of PvP players because all they offer in the game is what? What does a fighting game offer for DLC? Characters. So like, yeah, it's gonna be the PvP people that keep them alive, and the people, the legacy players that liked those characters in the previous games. So
PvP, the more likely you're going to.
But for a general game like an anime game or a hero shooter game, the PvE side is keeping the game alive. You look at games like Marvel Rivals getting skins every single week, right? They get new skins every single week. You look at even Kakarot. Kakarot's whole PvE. There's probably some niggas playing Kakarot over Sparking Zero right now.
You have a higher player count when things are slow. Looking at Xenoverse 2, as of today, July 27th, there were around 3,000 people playing the game on Steam.
3,000. You look at a game that came out a year ago, Hunter x Hunter Net Impact. Oh, we gonna make a video about you today. You look at a game like that. That game has what? Less than 13 players right now.
Again, the console versions would probably reflect this, and there's a couple thousand more playing those versions. But essentially, if there's no DLC or anything coming out, this number would be lower. But thanks to a recent DLC, this number is higher. Numbers have been shown to drop low when there isn't content. And that's because these people got on for a DLC after it came out, they didn't. Anime games typically suck at keeping casuals in the player base for the most part around. Lots of times, anime games lack substance besides go.
This video came out 18 hours ago. That DLC dropped like 2 weeks ago. How are niggas still playing?
Online, play against people. Bleach Rebirth the Souls, as an example, became just that. After story mode, it was go online, play people, but its online was not robust. It was bare bones. And reasons for playing the game was unlock one character, not unlock the whole cast. Now, one thing I've learned when it comes to covering anime games and games in general is that viewership is dependent on the interest of a game. This is why the lead up to a video game, as the interest increases, subscriber count and views tend to go up. We saw this happen with Sparking Zero. And this also happens with updates. People get more views when there's an update or new news happening or even a possible new game. All these things get people excited. And then when it drops, bang, views. When you have high interest on something, views tend to be higher. When there's low interest, views to be lower. For the average content creator and the type of content they make, their viewership is going to be dependent on the interest. Most players are going to play Xenoverse 3 because of PvE, but when the interest of the game itself goes down, the player base will drop. That will likely represent the remaining people who are sticking with the game and the people who like to play PvP. Yes, PvP people are going to play PvE to get stuff for PvP, but PvP guys do not represent the overall number. I saw a conversation with Six World and various others, and basically PvP represents the totality of the people who represent Xenoverse, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. If we're looking at it from a sales standpoint, well, most of the people who buy these games are casuals. It's not people who are trying to make YouTube videos. It's not even people who are trying to be sweats.
Exactly. The PvP type of people in these games, majority of games, the people aren't top 1% pro player for Xenoverse 2 or top 1% pro player for Sparking Zero. Like, nobody cares about that. It's the reason why Sparking Zero died off so fast. There's nothing to do besides PvP. You need a mix of both. Without a good combat system, there is no PvP or no PvE because nobody wants to play a boring game. You look at a game like Ultimate Tenkaichi, and that gameplay is all cutscenes. Nobody nearly likes that game as much because the combat isn't as fun. So yes, you need good PvP, but you need good PvP, but PvE triumphs PvP. Tongue twisted me, man. It's nasty.
It is.
Yes, you need them both to coincide with each other, but PvE holds a greater weight than PvP, and that's what PvP players don't understand. I don't get
Casuals.
why it's so
If there
hard.
were only, if Bandai were catering to sweats and content creators, then these games would have effectively different mechanics and stuff. They would be targeting different things to get the sale, but that's not what they're doing. They're trying to get casuals because the broader your client is, the more likely they are to buy the game, or that's the likelihood. You don't want to limit who your game is for, or else you might get less sales. Right now, Xenoverse 3 is for Dragon Ball fans who may be familiar with Xenoverse 2 and 1, or just Dragon Ball fans who want to create their characters and go through what it represents. Not someone who wants to play the fighting game, who wants to fight against other people. Dragon Ball inherently is a fighting game because you're constantly fighting, but it doesn't mean that it's only represented by its PvP. I theorize Xenoverse 3 can do comparable numbers to Sparking Zero, and if so, we likely will see a similar trend where after a month or so, its player base will drop over 90%. And that's unfortunate, but that's just what has happened with anime games. They tend to lose their player bases a lot faster and steeper because of what anime games tend to offer. Xenoverse, at least prior games, offered up a lot of content pertaining to both its PvE and if you care about PvP. But the fact of the matter is, and this is the simplest way to look at it, when there's things to grind for and unlock, people are going to play the game. When there's nothing to unlock, there's nothing that you're stuck on, and the game is relatively easy to get through, player base is going to drop more. This is why when you look at...
Yeah, President Rose, he talked about how Sparking Zero could have stayed alive if you kept costumes and kept characters behind, like certain unlock missions, like play Goku 50 times, you get an outfit. I don't think that would save the game, but it would be an improvement. It would.
say like an offline game, just a single player game like Expedition 33, the game had a long, I think it took like 30 plus hours to beat the game, but it had other stuff involved with it, and it was able to maintain a high player base for days because people found interest in it. It had high interest, and even after things went down, there was still high interest for a while. People online went shut the fuck up about Expedition 33, and it went on to win multiple awards at the Game Awards last year, which,
like
no
that?
comment. But I say that to say that there are games that are able to maintain interest even when that number goes down, because the player base will go down. They're able to maintain high player base because they have interest in the game. This is why games like Call of Duty tend to have higher player bases, because they can maintain the interest of the player. Then the next one does the same thing. Then the next one is crazier when you think that games like 2K and other games tend to maintain and do the same thing every single year, but they don't have issues with interest. This is because...
Yeah. All right, man. Shout out my guy, man. Shout out my guy. All right, let's check out this update. Look at Tanjiro real quick. P5. Well, Little Tear God is funny as free. That boy was getting dropped off, but y'all think this gonna save the game, bro? Y'all think this DLC finna save the game? Kinda doubt it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why my PS5 does this. Every time I like start it up. Oh. What's going on my YouTube? It's like slow. Appreciate you playing. Appreciate you playing. This beat goes hard, bruh. Here we go. Alright, let's check out the DLD. The DLD. Ew, that's so nasty. I can't use the mic that I want. Turn that down. Should be good. Look at my Tokon clips, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I was in the lab for like 30 hours. I was learning. I started off playing Spider-Man. Now Loki, I think my team for Tokon Loki might be Miss Marvel. What's going on? I think my team for Tokon might be Miss Marvel, Magic, Spider-Man, and maybe like Carnage or Loki. Carnage and Loki are the two that I want to play from the characters that we didn't get to see. Isn't there supposed to be a new intro or something? My tweet is like tweaking, bro. Am I tripping? Hold on, look at Tundra real quick, bro.